So Facebook Power Editor can appear daunting if you have never run Facebook advertising campaigns before. Hi, this is Vishal Kali, and in this video I'm going to walk you through Facebook Power Editor tutorial and show you step-by-step process on setting up your first Facebook marketing campaign. So keep watching. So let's get started. So when you click on your Facebook, when you open up your Facebook, you land on your newsfeed and you will click on create ad, and this will open up your Facebook advertising platform for you. So typically we have two options. You can run ads through Ads Manager, or you can run through Power Editor. And we've talked about in previous videos, I highly recommend running it through the Power Editor because it gives you much more bells and whistles. It allows you to do multiple A/B testing. So it's the preferred way of doing it. So either you can click here and it would open up the menu, or you can type in Power Editor and it will open up the Power Editor for you. Let's close the other one. So what this Power Editor allows you to do is I'm using a brand new Facebook account, so you can see exactly the same screens what I would see. So if you're starting it for the first time, these screens will look very familiar to you. So one thing I want to say is Facebook is notorious when it comes to changing the layout and adding new stuff into their Ads Manager. So this is how the screen looks as of today, which is October 5th, 2017. So if you're watching this video a couple months from now, your screen might look different. They might have added a couple more options here, but that's just the Facebook, and that's the way the things goes. But typically the procedure and the theory behind setting up your campaigns and ad sets will be very similar. So when you land on your campaigns page, it shows you 4 different tabs. So this is the account overview. So this is basically where it will show you the overview of your account, that how much reach you have had, how much time amount you have spent, impressions received, and you can scroll down and gives you more details because since there's no data here because the account is brand new. And you can also change which time frame you want to select and see the data for that particular time frame as well. So the second tab, which we're more concerned of as of today, is the campaigns tab. So right now there is no campaigns because we're going to set up our first campaign, but as you start running more and more advertising campaigns, so you'll start seeing all of your campaigns right here. The ad set will show you all the ads from all those campaigns, and ads will be the same thing. So the way you should think about it is like each campaign will have multiple ad sets, then each ad set can have multiple ads. So think of an example. Let's say you're a fashion designer and you're launching a new evening gown. So you want to drive traffic to your web page, so you want people to come sign up or check out your new collection. So the campaign that you can set it up could be one for evening gowns, and then each campaign can have multiple ad sets. An ad set would be, let's say you're offering free shipping to drive traffic to your new collections page, or you're offering 20% off to new first-time buyers. So you can have an ad set that gives you free shipping. Second ad set can have 20% off. Maybe you have other offers. You can have a third, fourth, and fifth ad sets. You can have as many as you want. Then within each ad set, you can have multiple ads. So let's say if you're offering an ad for free shipping, and you can run one ad where you showcase a picture of a woman with the free shipping offer. The second ad set, you can offer a picture of 2 or 3 women and give the same offer. So you can have multiple ads running for one ad set, and then you can test and see which ad is performing the best, and then eventually just use that particular ad for the ad set. So we will deep dive into this, but for this first part, we're just going to look at campaigns. And also one thing I want to tell you here is, like, anytime you are looking to run your campaigns, one thing you should do before running any of your campaigns is at least have 5 things that I talked about in previous video. So make sure your Facebook advertising pixel is installed. Make sure you have 3 types of email addresses. Make sure you have set custom conversions on at least 5 pages. Have your competitor research done, and also create your customer persona, because those things will be very handy when you're creating your ads. So let's start setting up our first ad campaign. So you click on create ad, and this will give you 2 options, 2 ways to set up your first campaign. So what it does is automatically pulls out if you have any existing campaigns running, but because this is a new one, so we're going to click here and it gives you often create a new campaign. So this gives you, you can create a campaign name here, you can buying type is auction, traffic, and it also gives you another way of doing it, which is the guided creation. So if you're running this for the very first time, you've never done campaigns before, I would recommend go through the guided creation tool, because then it walks you through step by step and it will make it easier for you to set up campaigns and it won't look too daunting. So let's say we click on use guided creation tool. So here we go. So it lands you on this particular page, and as you can see, you still have three things. You have campaign, ad sets, and ad, and within each category gives you subcategories that you will be setting down as you go through. So when you land on your campaign, you have multiple options. Depends on what kind of campaigns you want to run. So if you want awareness, consideration, conversion. So for our case, I try to focus on these two things, either traffic or conversions. So if you want to know what exactly these means, you hover your mouse over and it tells you traffic means send more people to destination on and off your Facebook, such as website, app, or messenger. And conversion means drive valuable actions on your website or app. So traffic is, let's say you just installed your Facebook tracking pixel and it hasn't really collected any data yet. So in that case, I will go with the traffic option, because then I can select people and define my, so if I have my customer persona defined, I can say like, hey Facebook, send people to this particular URL, which would be URL to my collections page, and then I can pick different type of customer persona, my audience, where they live, their gender, how much money they make, all the data. But if you already have installed Facebook tracking pixel and it is at least 3 months old and it has some data, then you can even use conversions and tell, hey Facebook, based on the data you have collected on my customers or potential customers who have visited on my website, go find me people who are very similar to those people. So that's the reason why the more data your Facebook tracking pixel has connected, the better output you will get through this selection. But if you're doing it for the first time, your Facebook tracking pixel doesn't have much data, then I will go with the traffic option. And there are a couple other options you can do, engagement, app installed. We'll cover these in future videos, but for our case, let's click on traffic. And now you can name your ad campaign. So Facebook gives it like a default name. So typically the way I like to name my campaigns is I'll put the name of the company. So I have multiple clients, so I will put one, but for you, since you're doing just for yourself, you don't need to put your company name in. And I will say, okay, let's say this is for Zara, and I can say evening gowns. And this is a CPC campaign, which is cost per click. So I will add CPC, and then I will add the date when I'm making this campaign live. So today is October 5th, 2017. So the reason I like to name it this way, because once I have multiple campaigns running, it's easier for me to see which client this campaign is for, what is this running for, and when did I start, so I can go and make appropriate adjustments. So this is how, so we'll click continue, and in the next video, we will cover how to set up ad sets and different ads for your campaign. So hi, this is Vishal Kalia from Fashion Marketing. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, leave them in the form of a comment. And please do subscribe to the channel so you can keep in the know-how when the next video is launched. And I thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful evening.